It's the horror flick, Digger Ditch, Super 6, Big Mitch. And I'm kicking in those with 03 O's. And I'm bringing 28 101s because we Vegas sons. It's the Chronicles. And you in the Meadowlands. You in the Meadows, man. And you already know what's happening, right? Big Bolo Yang, Big Bang. I'm one of them things. You already know, man. Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, I'm going to get my intro up. It is what it is right now, you know? Pole Man intro. That's what we gonna call it, the Pole Man intro. But anyway, welcome to Vegas Chronicles, man, with the man, a horror flick from Super 6, Big Mitch. And today, you know what we do. We kick actual factuals. You know, shout out to everybody that's been supporting my small platform, that's been rocking with your boy, man, through the good, the bad, and the ugly. I wanna say and send a special shout out to the OG, the legend, Carl Wesley. Check this out. I got a phone call from Carl, and me and him, you know, we dialogued real, you know, good, man. And for y'all who don't know who Carl Wesley is, check out that interview by DJ FOS, Streets of Vegas, when he interviewed the legend, the gentleman's quota himself, Carl Wesley, man. He a OG GQ, you know what I'm saying? One of the, you know, the founder of GQs. And like I said, you know, me and him, we go way back, you know what I'm saying? We had a nice dialogue. And, you know, to get, you know, blessings from him, he told me I'm 98% right, you know? And, you know, that's what, you know, the OGs is for the 2% that I don't know. That's when they come in and fill it in. And he came in and, you know, he basically, you know, saluted me, man, and we had a very good dialogue, man. Talked about some things, and, you know, one of the things he brought up that I wanted to get into right off back, man, was a lot of people didn't know about this here, and it's a part of Vegas history, and it's not talked about, and it's called the International Crip Mafia, I.C.M. A lot of y'all didn't know about that, but I.C.M. came out in the early '90s, and it was a combination of all the Crip gangs that was supposed to come together in Vegas, and it was started by Carl and Bread. But the reason why, you know, it never really went nowhere, and the first meeting they had was in Cary Arms on Morton over there in Lil Gus them parking lot. And Bread then was on the balcony talking. I think every Crip gang came except the 60s. And this was at the time when the 60 and the Donna War was still ongoing, so the 60s didn't really come. But, you know, International Crip Mafia, and it's only a certain few that got that tattoo on them. You know, Gene Fisher, OG Gene Fisher up out of Wrigley Estates, he rep that I.C.M. real tough, even though it didn't go nowhere, and it didn't go nowhere, you know, because, you know, basically the Gersons and the Qs, or Carl, or the North, or however you want to say it, they couldn't agree on certain things. And I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't going to work anyway, because when it comes to, you know, Crippin' and the Gerson, it's just not, you know, compatible. It was compatible with Bread, because Bread used to be from East Coast. Bread been a Crip before. So it was easy for him to align himself with them. That's why when the Grape Streets came to Vegas, Cornbread got along with the Grape Streets so good, because he was from East Coast, and at this time, East Coast and Grape was getting along. You know, the hub, you know, Watts, and, you know, East Coast was on good terms. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was easy for Bread to get along with Crips, but for the rest of the Gersons, it wasn't, because they really never got along with the Crips until Donna Street came out. So for them to be, you know, getting along with like ABMs and all of those other stuff, they just couldn't really do that, even though ABMs consider themselves anybody murderers, you know, but it just wasn't gonna work, you know. But, you know, me and him had a good dialogue, and he found out that OG Percy, Show No Mercy, over there in Fort Worth, Texas, was a GQ boy, and people don't even know that. If anybody know about OG Percy over there, in he's a big YouTuber, and he over there in Fort Worth, Texas. Look him up, and he speaks on being a GQ boy, you know what I'm saying, out there in Texas. So it was GQs in Texas, man. And, you know, Carl, you know, I'm going to try to get him on my platform so we could talk about some other things, man, that's positive, you know. What we talking about as far as this history is, you know, just talking about how things used to be, minus this unnecessary riffraff. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Carl Wesley. And shout out to this one cat, man, that's been corresponding with me too. He sent me writing a book, basically, about my life, and do what you do, bro. But understand this here. You can have the infrastructure of the book, right? But I'm the substance. See, you can have the infrastructure all you want to, but I'm the substance. You see, so when my book come out, they go get the real. I'm not hating on your book, do what you do. And if you getting information off of what I'm saying, do what you do. But it's only so much I'm going to say on there, you know what I'm saying? So they going to know the real from the, I ain't saying yours is fake or nothing like that, but they going to know the real. So do what you do. But when my book come out, watch how it hit. Yeah, believe that. Watch how it hit. Watch how it hit. Yeah, it's coming out from the ground up. Believe that. It's coming out. But anyway, today I want to talk about something that I was struggling with to talk about, and I am. I'm going to lay this to rest today. This has been weighing heavy on my heart, and it's been weighing heavy on my mind. And I'm finna finally put this to rest, And I'm finna tell the truth about something, okay? And this is kind of hard to talk about, and people don't normally do this. So bear with me, okay? Because I'm finna do something that a lot of these dudes don't got the kahunas to do, which is actually tell the truth. I'm finna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? Watch this. People want to know what went wrong, what really went wrong with the Gershons and the Donnas. And why I do what I did. Because the Donnas, before that incident, was basically like family. They were family, they were like families, and honestly, that was a tragedy, and it affected a lot of people. It affected family members, it affected a lot of people. And when I was young and dumb, I used to wear stupidity as a badge of honor. But, God allowing me to still be here and go through what I've go through to reach mental maturity. Now I'm able to put things in perspective and sit back and analyze my mistakes. I accept them for what they are, but I analyze my mistakes and I get to understand them so I can, I can accept them, put them in its place and be able to expound on them and come and bring them forth to the masses and to the youth and to the people that's listening to me every day and give you clarity on what I go through. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason why, I'm going to be honest with you. For a long time, when the alliance with the Donna Street Crips happened, I had mixed feelings about it. I'm pretty sure it was Donna's that had mixed feelings about it. I was cool with certain ones individually, like Ralphie Boy, Cassio, and a few more. But as a whole, I still had that mentality and looked at them as GQs. So I wasn't really too much feeling it because I just wasn't feeling it, and some of them weren't feeling it. But I put what I was feeling aside and we got along. And I got to know them. All of them, the original ones, the ones that made Donna what it was. I got to know them. I seen what they did. I seen the impact they had on gang culture in Las Vegas. I seen the popularity. I seen the attention that they was getting. I witnessed it firsthand. I watched them tear up stuff. I seen what the Donnas was doing. And a lot of gangs came out in reaction to what Donna Street was doing. The ABMs really came out in reaction to Donna. The Donna Street Villains came out in reaction to Donna. The Hard Time Hustlers came out in reaction to Donna. The Ellis Street Mafia came out in reaction to Donna. The White Street got active in reaction to Donna. Everybody had to readjust because of what Donna Street did. When Donna came out, what Donna did is Donna forever buried this right here. When we was doing this right here, it was, a little of this going on, but it was mostly this. We was getting down. You heard about the fights. You heard about them. Master G versus Hercules, Stacy McElmore versus Master G. You know what I'm saying? You heard about the fights. It was a bunch of fights. BL from War Babies fighting the PBs. Big Clock, them over there from PBs fighting the GQs and stuff like that. The Pyrus fighting the Gersons. You heard about that. You heard about the fights. But when Donna came out, it was so much gunplay that all the fighting really was over with. I mean, the incident that happened in '86 at the Comfort Inn really it ignited a spark. But when Donna came out, Donna was like that wildfire that was just engulfing everything because everybody wanted to be from Donna. And they grew quickly and they became popular and they was treacherous. I watched them. They had these Cadillacs jacked up in the back. These dudes was crazy. Everybody was either I'm from Donna or don't mess with them Donnas. And I'm going to keep it real with you. We used to have football games, man, and they used to show up and they used to be in their lax on Dayton's with their Hawaiian silkies, their Dodgers jerseys on, with their Dodgers hats on. They used to be doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. I was kind of jealous. I'm keeping it real. And I wasn't jealous because I thought they was harder. I was jealous because I seen the attention that they was getting. The Gerson's been out for a long time before Donna came out. The Gerson was a seasoned gang that been out, and we was going through a transition because around the time Donna was really making noise, they was 86 in the Gersons out of the Gerson. We was basically in the Gersons was basically in the big carry arms or the little carry arms or the brownies or a little, in the trailer course in Vegas Heights or on 40 block. They was everywhere but in the Gerson. There was only a handful of Gersons up in Herbert Gerson. But the Donnas was on Donna full-fledged making noise, man. So I'm going to be honest with you. I seen how they was doing their thing, man, and I was jealous. I ain't gonna lie. I'm man enough to say that now. I was jealous. I had a little envy in me. So when they was doing what they was doing over there, you know what I mean? I tried to do something to make, bring some attention to the Gerson, do something stupid, and bring some attention to the Gerson. But what the Donnas was doing on a daily basis and what I was trying to do, yeah, I was making noise, man. But, you one person. It's a whole gang down there tearing up stuff. So, what you doing is like, is microism versus macroism. It's they was making noise and I was kind of envious, and when that situation took place at the Connie Club that night, man, that was the excuse I needed because I could have went home and slept it off and I could have went down there on Donna and got a fair fade. We was cool with them. The Gersons was cool. I could have went down there on Donna and got a fair fade. Now, I let my, not just emotions, but I let what was already embedded in me, which was animosity, envy, and a little jealousy. I had that in me. And I didn't, I took that opportunity and I used something because we didn't got in fights with the Donnas before and it never amounted to that. We went home, however the fight went, if we had to go running back, we knew we had to run it back. But 9 times out of 10, it was just something we did because we was drunk and we woke up and probably forgot about it, But I let that was something that was already in me come out of me, man. And what it did is it caused me to react in a way that I shouldn't. You know, and I did something horrible. I paid the price for it. But I did something horrible that I can't take back. And I'm saying that to say this. Jealousy and envy. Those are two of the coldest emotions a person can possess. And 9 times out of 10, see, we was friends with the Donnas. We was cool with them. I don't gang bang no more. So when I speak and I say we, this is past tense, man. I'm speaking in the past tense form, okay? So back in the days, man, we was cool. We was cool with them Donnas, man, and everything was blase. Even though we was doing wrong, you know, we was doing right by each other. And I messed that up because I let something that, you know, jealousy and envy, that poison, because they was doing and they was handling their business. They was doing what they signed up for. Even though it was wrong, they was doing what they signed up for. And all, you know, I'm not saying that the Gersons wasn't doing what they was doing. It was just the Donnas was doing, they was doing their thing. Everybody had their time when it was all about them. Everybody had that time. And if you from Vegas, you know it was a time when all you heard about was PBs. All you heard was names up out of Sherman Garden. You know, the 10 ounces, the fat dads. And then it was names when it was time when you heard all just about the Pyrus, the Joker and all them. Then it was time you heard about the 6 O's. You know, Draws, Mook, you know what I'm saying, Stick, all them. You know what I'm saying? And then it was time you heard about the NTGs. You know, J-Rad and all them. Then it was time you heard about the hood, KC and all them. Everybody had a time when they hood was just out there. But when the Donnas came out, the Donnas probably had one of the biggest splash, if not the biggest splash of all, because I'm telling you, it was when the Donnas came out, they started off as a few little individuals, man. And within a year, they was about 400 deep. That fast. They grew so fast, man. It's like they grew overnight. And I remember when we celebrated L's birthday and we caravan and DMC and Alwac was in Boonch, Burgundy Chevy on Gold Things, and they took it from them down there by that McNears going toward Northtown. They pulled them over and took the car. They ain't take them to jail, but they took the car. But the caravan still went on. Then we went up there to Stop and Shop with the Donnas and took over Stop and Shop. And that's when Ludog got into it with Tamat, his female. They got to fighting out there. Tamat went and got her sister. Ooh, I gotta talk about this one. Ooh, Vegas Chronicles. Dang, just popped up. Look, Vegas Chronicles. We celebrate L's birthday, right? And Ludog out there spray painting on the wall, right? He putting up a big old gold GPK. We cool with the dude that owns Stop and Shop, Stewart, right? So he come out the store like, why you spray painting on my wall? He came out with his thing, and Ludog was like, oh, you gonna come out with a gat? I'm gonna spray paint it some more, right? So he started spray painting on the wall some more. Well, Ludog had just had a fight with his girl Tamat, right? She left and she went and got her sister. Now her sister, look, she got a sister, man. I mean, look like Warren Sapp. I swear to God, she got a sister look like Warren Sapp with a Jerry curl. I swear to God, she was in a brown photo Cadillac. She pulled up. It's so many people out there. You got the Gersons and the Donnas out there. She pulled up in the middle of the crowd in a big old brown Cadillac and jumped out with a baseball bat. Everybody remember this. And look, she got to swinging on people. It's so many people out there. And it's a female though. But she got the car with a bat and she got to swinging on people with the bat, got to fine on people. Next thing you know, I don't know if that was C-Wack from Donna, but one of them, they just slapped her with a 40 and everybody just got to throwing 40s, you know what I mean? And, you know, they got a hold of her and, you know, that was Keon family. And, you know, that's Uncle Bud's sister, you know, Jerome, you know, from 6-0, that's his sister. You know what I'm saying? So that they family, you know what I'm saying, of the McCoys. So, you know, it was all bad, you know, and they jumped on her, you know what I'm saying? They tried to stop it, but it was too many people out there, right? But anyway, afterwards, you know, after they get her up out of there, and I guess she went and got her father. She told her father about it, and her father, I don't know if he was some type of police or whatever, but look, her father came up there bussing. He the one that ended the night. Remember the dude came up there blowing? And look, Bread, it was Bread, Big Bob, I think D-Boy, and somebody else was in Bread Cadillac, and the dude made Bread wreck his Cadillac into somebody's house. And that's when Bread jumped the fence and ran toward Vegas Heights. And me, Tricky C, Nucci, and Ski Dog tried to pick Bread up out of Vegas Heights. And the 50 shot up Trick Cop. And they shot LA in the neck, where they grazed him real deep in the neck. And LA passed out in the car. Now, Ski Dog, you remember when you thought LA was dead and you started crying in the car? Talking about not again. Don't lie. Remember how he was crying in the car? Because LA was over there playing like he was dead. LA was slumped like this and he was leaking and you was, oh, cuz, not again. They had Trick Car Ragley. It was a light blue two-door Cadillac. Look, they had Trick Car Ragley. Ski Dog was in the back seat. Oh God, not again. He was holding on to me hard. Oh God, not again. Crying hard. Hey, it ain't funny, man, but when you look back on it when you're of age, man, you have to laugh to keep yourself from crying, man. For real. You know, you do, man. But that man shot that whole store up, man. That was the end of the night. And then that's when the Donnas drove off and they tried to go over there, and some of them Donnas went over there and they tried to shoot up West Coast and they got caught. You know what I mean? But that we really kicked it with them that night, and it was a bonding of sort. And it was like two of the biggest gangs coming together and showing power, you know what I mean, to all the other gangs, you know what I mean? And it was just like, you know, but, you know, me and my envious ways and nature at that time drove me to do something, man, that I'm still to this day trying to make amends with, man, because, you know, from what I did, you know, a lot of things happened, man. It transformed a lot of things. It turned friends to foes. Family members didn't speak to one another no more. You know, that's why I say, you know, that thing called jealousy, that thing called envy, man, it's so powerful, it's so dangerous, man. You have to be aware of it. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, it be your own friends or your own family members that be the one that be jealous and envious of you, you know, and for what reason? What reason did I really have to have that type of animosity toward them like that? You know what I'm saying? I played the same game they was doing. I mean, the same game they was playing and was doing the same thing they was doing, and they was only doing what they signed up to do, you know? And how could you hate on them for that if you playing the same game, you know what I'm saying? If you feel that they doing it, you know what I'm saying, they getting enough, you know, too much attention, then I don't know what I could have did. It was all stupidity, man. All I'm saying is this here, man. I did what I did not because I felt that, you know, what happened to me that night at the Connie Club was just wrong. You know, I let something that was already in me come out of me, man. And I never really told nobody that. But I'm man enough to say that because jealousy and envy is real. And it'll make people do what I did. And it can get people locked away for a long time, man. We have to sometimes check ourselves, man. For real. Sometimes we have to check ourselves, man. Because jealousy and envy is real, man. It is. It is. And it can make you do things you'll regret. You know? I'm going to be honest with you, man. You know, I regret a lot of things. I do. And most things I regret, I can't take back. I have to live with them as a constant reminder of why we shouldn't do the things we do, you know, or why we shouldn't allow our emotions to get the best of us at times, you know. Back in the day, I was raised, and I come from an era where I was told, you know, it's okay to take a butt whipping if necessary. That's how you learn what you learn. That's how you get tough. You know, you win some, you lose some. As long as you live to fight another day. That's what it was about. You know, before we picked up something we ain't had no business picking up, we threw our dukes up. We tried to settle it from here. Beat me from here. You know, that's what made us men. Beat us from here. It's easy to do the other thing, but let's do this here. See, that's where I grew up. That's what my father is known for. You know, that's where I come from is known for. You know, we did it this way. You know, now, you know, there's a lot of youngsters out there, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this directed at them. Shout out to everybody, man, that's still in their kids' life, man. Shout out to everybody that's still, you know, trying to set a positive example, man. I want to send a shout out to Snake Charm, man. He called me, man, and he doing the grandfather thing, man. I salute that brother, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. He won, you know, Snake Charm, man. Marshawn, one of the realest ones, and I told him about that time, you know. Hey, me and Pimpin', Pat Grimble was together. And